Manchester Airport, or Ringway as it's still known to some of us, has seen some tragic and fatal crashes since it opened in 1938. One such crash involved the unique twin-engined Miles Aerovan Golf Alpha India Sierra Foxtrot, which was owned by Noel Lamb but operated by Meridian Air Maps. Of the three occupants on board, Christopher Harmon and Dee Wilcox are believed to have been photographers. The pilot, though, was the experienced Jean Lennox Bird, a former World War II Air Transport Auxiliary pilot who in 1952 had been the first woman to qualify for RAF pilot's wings, having over 3,000 flying hours and more than 90 aircraft types to her credit. This crash occurred on Monday, the 29th of April 1957. The aircraft took off from runway 24 in a southwesterly direction, but it struggled to gain height. As it banked left towards Style, an engine failed, and as the pilot tried to get the aircraft back to the airport, it stalled and plummeted nose down near to Oversley Farm. There was no fire, but the two passengers were killed on impact, and the pilot, Jean Lennox Bird, sadly died on the way to hospital. Roy Clark, now 91 years old, is an Avro Heritage Museum member, a former Avro and Fairey Aviation engineer who was working at Ringway's Fairey Aviation hangars at the time. He witnessed the accident and he recalls the day in his own words.
I went in on the Monday and we were eating our butties at lunchtime on a farm outside the fire station when this Miles Aerovan came taxiing past, and one of the lads said, "Oh, it's her again. She tried to fly it yesterday on the Sunday apparently, and there's something wrong with it." Anyway, it lines up for takeoff, and away it goes, and it circled round over Moberly and then turned back to the airfield. And I remember it was on the aircraft was over Style somewhere and heading back towards us when suddenly we saw a perfect plan view of the aircraft as she must have stalled it. It was an ex-ATA pilot, Letty's somebody or other, I can't remember, and it went vertical into a field.
Sadly, she was killed, I think, wasn't she?
It didn't catch fire, but obviously the people inside it were crushed in the wreckage, and we saw an ambulance going to Altrincham General, and apparently she died in transit in the ambulance. But there was another chap who survived, but he was badly injured.